Hi, this is BB. Okay, I just went to a coffee shop. I got some coffee and I came back home. And I'm drinking my coffee and I bought a sandwich. And my eyes are watery. And I'm sitting here. I unplugged my microwave because I nuked the sandwich because I like hot food, not cold one. And I unplugged it. I plug it in and I unplug it. I always keep my microwave unplugged. Why? Because in the yard where I used to live near this woman, like next door to her, one day in 2020, she and her boyfriend were in the yard looking for some microwave. They were looking around her house. Our house is a small cottage. There was nothing there. But I heard them saying microwave, and I was even making fun of it, like it looks like they want to transport drugs out the yard and microwave. I never thought for one moment that they were into stuff like this. I didn't even know that this existed on some level, that people would actually do this to a human being. I mean, this is really insane in my opinion. I don't understand it. Why would one human being do this to another repeatedly do this to another? I don't know, but that's not the point. So I'm sitting here, it's unplugged, and I just heard the microwave plate like readjusted itself. You know, it's on the little round thing with the little rollers. The round thing at the bottom of the plate, the microwave tray, is a round thing, like a round circle, has some little rollers around it. Like 3 or 4 little rollers. I don't know, I heard that. The cat's right here next to me. There's nobody there. The microwave is unplugged, so it's not the microwave. But what it is, I believe like it's a frequency. When they send out this frequency, like I told you. See, like I have a tray up there. You see that silver tray right there? I could hear that crackle. Like it just spreads right across the room. I heard this. I experienced this when I was living across the street. When I sit on my bed, the bed just inflates. I don't know how a mattress can do that. It's like something goes through it and it inflates a little bit. I could hear it makes a sound. It's the springs being activated. Whatever metals are around, she's able to activate the metal. It's like, I don't know if they have injected me with something. This is the thing, I'm not sure. If they have, I want to know what it is. That doctor, Divya Chander, I don't know, the cat that she had, his head was in a vice and you were watching what he was seeing. Like she was passing back and forth in front of him and you could see the shadows from behind his eyes, the cat's eyes. The cat, of course, didn't look like she was in any discomfort. But I don't know, at that time, it was 2016, this was 6 years ago, if they had to implant something in the cat. So they have to implant it in humans. But she did say the time is coming when you won't have to implant anything anymore. So how are they able to do this? How are they able to use us this way? The lady upstairs is not affected by it. The handyman would come. He's not affected by it. My friend is not affected by it. I seem to be the only one who, if I put my arm near a wall, all the hairs you can feel this energy on the wall. It's not energy, it's electricity is what it is. All the hairs, it's like static, so much static, right? Everywhere in my house, everywhere I go, it seems to follow me somehow. So what could it possibly be? I mean, she's following me. Maybe that's the reason why she's following me, to make it seem like she has to be doing this continually because they did something to me before. I am not going to take too lightly to this. If I find some foreign object in my body or something that's not supposed to be there, that was not administered by a doctor, then something is wrong. And I'm not going to take too lightly to it. I don't think anybody would. They wouldn't. Because there's a reason why. Think about it. If they've been doing this to me for a while, what happened that they suddenly wanted me to know that the female, was doing this? She's talking in my head all the time. She wants me to know it's her. Why would she do that? Why? To cover up something even bigger? This is pretty big. To cover up something even bigger. Why? Maybe I was looking at this the wrong way. To cover up something that they actually had people touch my body. I don't understand. Or maybe they did. See, I don't know what this is, what it means, because not my landlord, the handyman was holding the key, like I said, which means the key was already, if the key had a charge, static, him holding it as a human being, it would have been discharged. Me just took the key from him. He must have felt it too. And he heard it click. It just clicks like that, like an electric shock, right? And he was like, whoa, because he must have felt it too, because if he was holding the key, when I touched it, it happened. He was in the same vicinity with me. I seemed to have static. I seemed to be electrically charged, but he wasn't. How is that possible? What makes him so much grounded than I was? I don't know, any ideas? Because he seemed pretty grounded. He took the key out of the lock in the door, and there was no static on it. There was nothing. When I touched the key, I took the key from his hand. It happened. I touched the plastic. Those screen doors have the plastic, the little latch, the black latch that you push forward and the door opens. It's plastic, but the plastic is connected to a metal. And I touched the plastic and it's the same thing happening. How does that work? How does that work, really? I touched the plastic, the black plastic. It's a thick plastic. And I get static shock. I can see almost a spark between my finger and that the plastic knob or whatever, the door handle. I can see a spark. Now, what the hell is on me that will cause a spark? Sometimes I feel it in the water, just briefly, one thing, briefly. See, that's dangerous right there. That's me being afraid now to take a shower. I think this is all part of making me turn into almost like a vegetable who's afraid to do anything. Why would a human being do this to another one? What could possibly have been done for one human being, considering I'm the one who lost stuff? I'm the one who had stuff stolen from me. Why would a human being steal everything from me and then turn around and do this to me? I don't understand that. What kind of a human being is this? What kind of a human being is that person? Are they even human anymore? I don't know. Because it doesn't seem so. Their actions are proving that they don't have human characteristics anymore, or very little. They walk upright, they go to the bathroom, they eat through their mouths whether using a fork or their fingers, and that's about as human as they get. Other than that, every action speaks of cruelty, intense cruelty to other human beings. Or I don't know in this case if it's just me. I had given her also, when she had moved in next to me, I had given her something. I used to sell on Amazon. I was an Amazon seller at the time. And I had bought one of those hot plates where you have two burners. It was sealed in a box and I gave it to her. I bought it for her and I gave it to her. If she was hacking me since then, they would know. I didn't tamper with anything. It was sealed in the box. I gave it to her. Whether she used it or not, I have no idea. I had also given her a tablet. I bought 4 tablets. They were on sale. I remember exactly how much I paid for it. They were $74 each, and then I resold them for $130 each. I gave them one. I gave her one, and I lied. I said I got it for free. She said, "You promise?" I said, "Yes, I got it for free." I didn't think she would take it otherwise. And I gave it to her. I told you, I found her attractive. And I liked her. And this is what people do when they find, they try to butter them up, like basically, just a normal person. So I gave that to her. I'm always generous with people, though. This is why when I'm in a jam, God sends me generous people who helps me, because I'm always generous with people. I'm always sharing everything I have. What's the point of having something and not being able to share it? As they say, love is only valuable when it is shared. Let me repeat that. Love is only valuable. The only value love has is when you share it with someone else. That's the truth, isn't it? That's the only time when it's have any value at all. When you're able to share it with somebody else. Share your good fortune. Share your luck. Share your blessing. Share your fortunateness. There's no word like that, but I'm just saying. So getting back to this, I just heard that and I don't know what it is. So I'm afraid of one thing that she'll say now, the things I gave her, like the tablet I gave her. And the tablet had like maybe 32 or 16 gigs of hard drive space. And maybe like two gigs of RAM or 1 gig of RAM. You couldn't do anything with it. It was $74 is pretty cheap. It was a cheap tablet. And she told me, I asked her afterwards, how was the tablet? She said she lost the cord. She couldn't find the cord, so she couldn't use it anyway. That's what she said. That's what she told me out of her own mouth. So I'm waiting now for her to blame me and say I did something to those things, or I set her up in some way. I'm waiting for her to come and say something to me like that, or bring this up, because I'm waiting for it. I'm not backing down from this woman. I'm not gonna back down from her. She's done too much to me within almost 2 years now. Too much. And I've done nothing to her. This is the thing. I talk a lot, but I didn't do anything to her because I did not know all of this here was going on. I did not know they were doing any of this to me or to anyone else. I didn't know. If I had, it would have been different. I did not know. I probably would have left that place a long time ago. And all the rest of the tenants probably would have left a long time ago. I had no idea they were doing these. This is what they were involved in. Gang stalking and targeting people and messing with them. I don't know. I would have just leave. Who wants to live next to people like those? No one. Nobody wants to live next to people like those. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And if you listen for it, if you're in tune with your house and your surroundings, you will hear things. It goes like a whoosh. You can hear it. She hears it. She can tell, and she goes crazy at night. At night is when she attacks the most. She wants to keep me up all the time. She wants to keep the cat up all the time. She uses the cat. This human being would use the cat to keep me awake, because whatever is being doused on me is being doused on the cat as well. That's straight talk. That's not trying to figure anything out or having to do a mathematical equation to figure that out. That's simple. Whatever is being doused on me, the smell of the chlorine, the smell of the bleach, the smell of the vinegar, anything with fumes, very, very harsh chemical fumes. I'm inhaling it, and so is she. And it affects her. Like I said, I'm surprised that she's still alive. Shit, I'm surprised I'm still alive. But here I am. And I just wanted to share that with you. So I was sitting here and I heard the microwave play, like something happened there. And I can hear this in my ear all the time. I'm going to have to go back to the doctor again and let her see if it's still swollen, then something is wrong. Which I'm sure the eardrum will be swollen. Because there's pain. There's actual pain. Like I woke up last night and my head was hurting. It was literally hurting. So I just wanted to share that with you. So stay strong. And how do we stay positive in a time like this? How do we stay positive? Do you understand the amount of time and energy we spend or expend just staving these people off, or just focused on them doing this crap to us? People will say, well, you got to let it go. Don't focus on it. Hold on right there. Don't focus on it. Is it possible to focus on something else when the person is on you 24 hours a day, fucking with you from somewhere? Is it possible? No, it's not. So this thing where family and friends will tell you to let it go, don't focus on it, or some generic comment, don't let it get to you, because eventually you'll get mad at them. You gotta see where they're coming from. They're not witnessing what you're witnessing. They're not going through what you're going through. And this is what these people who are doing that to you and me, this is what they want. They want to cause friction and distance between you and your support system. They want us, because when people you keep saying the same thing over and over and they're not seeing it, they'll say either you're crazy or you're on drugs or both. Most likely both. That you're using drugs and it's causing paranoia and hallucinations. So this is where, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. As I realized that, I used to tell my friend all the time, and he started to get angry with me because he can't see it. He can't see it. He thinks that I'm something is wrong with me. They're thinking it's a spirit. That's what they're thinking. It's a spirit. Spirit don't put chlorine gas on the air. Spirit is not going to cause chlorine gas in the air. Spirit is not going to mess with the microwave. This is a spirit in a physical body, a very devious person. How they became this way, I don't know. Not that I give a crap. The point is, it's happening. And just look around you and be aware of what's happening around you. And try to, as much as it's hard to do, try to be optimistic. Try to be as positive as you can. Try to pray, I guess, that it will just go away. That all of it will just go away. And you will finally be free of it. Think of a time when, before this, how you used to feel. Free. You didn't waste all day and night worrying when the next attack is going to come. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why won't they stop? Why this? Why that? Why this? Why that? All day long and all night long, this is what we do. To the exclusion of everything else in our lives. Everything starts to suffer. And then on top of that, everybody's blaming us. So try to be rational, calm, and find a support group. This is what I said. We should band together. We should band together. I think if we band together, we're going to come up with solutions on how to fight this. Legally, of course, to get it stopped. For you, for me, and for the thousands of people out there who are suffering. Because if we just need a couple of us to go there, have our story heard, and then it will start to, the other people who are experiencing it will make reference to us. Will make reference to us, and they will be able to get some sort of relief. Which is ultimately what these people want. They just want us to feel so overwhelmed that even relief is better than having justice. See, one of the things is ringing in my ear. The boyfriend, I did do psychic readings, and the boyfriend had said she will want revenge. Now, for a person to make a statement like she will want revenge, or he or she will want revenge, why would they say that? What did they do to me that they would know that I would want revenge? See, this is their mindset. This is the world that they live in. It's made up of lashing out, revenge, everything that is untoward, everything that is ugly. This is how they live. These are the standards that these people live by. He didn't say justice. He said revenge. Not justice, but revenge. That's his mindset. It's not mine. I want justice. For me, because I want this to stop, because I know what it feels like. And I do want people who are suffering to have it stop so that y'all will have some sort of relief. Because I know that y'all can do so much good in this world. So much good. But just spend all day and all night battling this invisible enemy. No, it's not. And I'm not talking schizophrenia, because none of us are schizophrenic. There may be some people with actual schizophrenia. Let me rephrase that. But at least 80% of us who are actually rational and can figure things out, something is wrong. Something is wrong. The problem with me is that it's happening in here, within the confines of my walls, and there's nobody else except for her, the cat. So I don't have somebody to say, well, yes, I was there and I witnessed it. That would be great. But it happened. By the time I call the cops, there's nothing happening. The cops are going to say she's a kook. I can hear it again. It looks like they turned it off just for a minute, and I can hear it again. She wants to show she has power. Okay, she has power. This is what she chooses to do with her power. This is her mindset. Quite a good gal, isn't she? She's a great gal, yeah. Quite a good gal. This is what she chooses to do with her mindset and her power. What's the power? Steal something that's worth millions of dollars, then hire gang stalkers to fuck with people. All right. You give that to anybody out there and they can do the same thing. That's not power. That's called an ugly mind living out its sadistic fantasies. Sadistic fantasies of an ugly mind. That's what she is. That's what he is too. That's all I can say. Because if going by what's happening to me is just a taste into what they are capable of doing and what they might have done or is thinking of doing to somebody else in the future, then I would say sadistic fantasies of a disturbed mind, ugly mind, take your pick. That's how I see it. Peace.